What are we gonna watch?
The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
What are you thinking of it?
Power of memes compel you.
Hello, Medis. It's me, Zudakind. I'm here with Robo Madness. He's here on the left
Hello.
of the screen. How are you
I'm
doing,
back. I'm doing great, personally. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So today we're going to be reviewing the film that recently released, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, which is the third film in The Conjuring. Obviously it's confusing because obviously it's a universe, but it's the third film of the Conjuring films. Isn't that right?
Yes, indeed.
Right, so what we're going to be doing is a initial, firstly, wait, sorry, I keep forgetting. Just a quick, what's the word? A quick
movie review or breakdown?
No, I'm just going to let you guys know this is a spoiler review. So if you haven't watched the film and you want to watch it, this is not a spoiler-free video. This is going to be a completely spoiler video. Yeah, click off if you really obviously don't want to see this.
Just end it here, I would say.
Yeah. So, let's give our first. Actually, let's go for the start. Let's before we watch the movie, Robert. What was your first intake? When you first heard that this was announced, or well, actually, I mentioned it to you, didn't I? Even though it's kind of strange because you hadn't watched the films, neither have I. When I said, "Do you want to go watch this on Saturday?" So
not completely true. I started watching Annabelle on Netflix. Then, as soon as the next day, when I was halfway through watching it, Netflix literally took it off.
Oh yeah, they took up the second one. I had to rent it on Sky, which is a UK broadcaster.
I downloaded the second Conjuring movie on my Xbox.
Yeah, the Microsoft Store. Yeah. So
that was funny.
Yeah. So when I first mentioned it to you on the call when we were talking, what were your first like? Were you like, oh, that'd be cool, or would you be like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, what? So what?
Well, when I sorry.
No, it's fine. No, you talk.
My first impressions when you asked me if I wanted to go watch The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. At first, I was actually quite excited because I love horror movies, as you know.
Yeah, that's
But I was a bit skeptical because The Conjuring is more of a psychological horror with religious undertones, I would say. So
yeah, I was a little bit skeptical,
obviously, because
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to quickly say before I forget that I was a bit skeptical as well because the original director of the
I'm more of a slasher fan.
Yeah. What I love about horror films is the intensity and
the tension between like the scenes,
the suspense. This is what the Conjuring film is all about: is the suspense, and they have done a bit of suspense in this film, I have to say. But it just doesn't have that feel. So what was I going to say? I was going to say that I was a bit skeptical as well because of the director isn't James Wan, who was the original director of the first two, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah, they changed the director.
It's like the other spin-offs. You know, the other spin-offs that I told you that the creator of
Annabelle
the
series.
Universe. Yeah, no, the creator of the actual Conjuring universe, James Wan or Wan.
Yes.
Directed the first two Conjuring films, but for some reason he didn't direct the spin-offs, including the Annabelles and also the Nun.
That's very strange, though.
Yeah, I was a little bit skeptical as well, but overall as a movie, it was good. I mean, it could be better, but it's not bad by any means. Do you agree or disagree?
It's like one of those movies where you place it in the good options, but there is way more room to improve.
Yeah. It's sort of a bit of hit and miss, mixed area, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I cannot disagree with that statement.
Yeah. So we've mentioned what were our first impressions when we first heard it was thing. So when he came out of the theater or cinema, as we say,
Screening
how
room
are you
tour.
feeling? Were you like all like oh, this was so good,
Uh,
or was it, or do we like, oh, I wish it
I
was better, or
was I was semi laughing my head off, semi thinking it was quite a good movie, but there was definitely room for improvement. Like, there were just a few scenes I think they could have added a bit more tension or drama to. I think.
yeah, I agree. Um, I mean,
Um.
all I can say, the director, um,
Mhm.
just quickly say as well before just to say, the director of this, Michael Chaves, I think is how I pronounce it. Sorry if I
Michael
pronounced it wrong.
Chaves.
Yeah, he directed
Mhm.
one of the other spin-offs in the series called
Uh
The
huh.
Cast of La Llorona. I think it's called. I've never watched it. I don't think you've watched either. Have you?
I have never heard of it actually.
No, the one I haven't watched. That's the only one I haven't watched. I've watched all the Annabelles and also all the Conjurings. So I haven't managed to find it, which is the reason why I haven't watched it yet. So he's
Hmm.
Michael Chaves is also the director of that film, and all I can say is
Mhm.
that he's tried his best. That's all I can say. That's
For
Do you
what
agree
he's
with that?
done, it is good,
Yeah,
but there's definitely room for improvement.
yeah. Um, in also in every like all the movie descriptions on the internet and stuff, it says also obviously in the film saying that James Wan is the story writer of this and also the producer, and also maybe
Mhm.
exclusive executive producer in maybe one or two of them. But to be honest, that to me just that's not that doesn't mean anything to me really, because like like you've watched the first Annabelle, haven't you? That was not.
No, I've not watched. I've not watched the first Annabelle. I've seen Annabelle the Creation, but I've not watched the first Annabelle because I've already told you why.
Well, just so you know, the first Annabelle, the one that fully released, the one just called
Uh,
Annabelle, that was something special. Well, obviously
mhm.
sarcasm. It's not. It wasn't great, particularly. Um,
Mm.
yeah, it definitely improved. It's not. It wasn't as the Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It was nowhere. It wasn't as bad, I don't think, as Annabelle. So, um,
Mhm.
yeah. So, also at the end, we're gonna possibly do a ranking of which ones we think is best to worst in the whole universe. I think. Or actually, no. Sorry. Let's at
Yeah, they're
least
gonna
do
be
the first three.
gaps.
Let's do the first three actually, because as it is the Conjuring based, so we'll do the first. We'll
Let's
rank
do
them at
the
the end.
Conjuring first.
So let's go through the positives and negatives. So, what are the positives of this film, do you think, for you, Robert?
Positives. They showed a bit more of the satanic side of the universe because in the last two movies you've seen quite a lot of the godly side or Christian side, like with the exorcisms, the constant reading of the Bible, all the crosses. I mean, you got a bit of satanic stuff in the two movies, but you don't really see any like books, altars, or totems, and they showed all three of those in this movie. So
Yeah,
positive, they've shown both sides of the coin. I'm going to phrase as they've shown the religious side and they've showed the satanic side. That's my positive so far.
cool, cool. Right, my positives. They shot some really good they did some really good shots. Like I was actually mentioning this to you before the video actually started earlier. Uh,
Mhm.
one of the ones which was the Exorcist shot that everyone's all that was like kind of hyped about, like the shot with
Oh
the
yeah.
priest or the exorcist, as it is, or the priest turned up. Was
Uh-huh.
that at the start? I think was it at the start? I think it was the start.
Yeah, it was at the
Wait,
start, right,
yeah, and
right
then the car went
before the
off, and you could
entire
see the
fiasco.
house in the distance, and then him like with his back turned to us. So yeah, that was a really really good
Mhm.
shot. Also, another good one was well, it's not really a shot; it's a bit of a sequence. You know the you know the boy at the start. I think he's called David or Dave from what I remember, and seen the cast
One
of
of the
it.
two. One of the two.
Yeah, the boy with the glasses. So at the start, obviously, we were already brought in with some crazy shit with like the exorcism and Ed and Lorraine were obviously trying to get the demon out. And instead, what's his name again?
Dave?
Sorry?
Are you talking about the child or the one the demon went in afterwards?
Yeah, him. The one who said, "I think I killed someone." The one in the trailer.
That was hilarious.
What's his name?
That scene was
God,
hilarious.
what's his name? That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Let me just quickly check.
The other guy.
Arnie. Arnie. That's it. Arnie. Yeah, Arnie.
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 Arnie Schwarzenegger. I'd be back.
Alright. So Arnie obviously was like, take me instead. And obviously the demon did, obviously. And I remember one of remember the part where he stabbed who was it again? Oh,
it was his landlord
dude?
that he stabbed.
Yeah, he stabbed, was it 21
Yeah,
times?
I think it was 21. It was. Oh, I love that scene. Technically, did they actually show him stabbing? Because I remember the demonic scene, like where you saw from his point of view. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, if they did show it, it would probably be rated an 18, but obviously it was a 15, so, well, in the UK it was. It'll be, well, it's R-rated anyway in the US, so, so, wait, sorry, I kind of lost track. I'm mentioning my positives, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, so I've just mentioned the two shots that I really liked. The Exorcist shot and also the sequence where... Oh yeah, I haven't got to that yet. Where David, that shot where he comes up and when his body gets... when the body gets...
Levitated.
In a way, where it all twisted. Body gets twisted.
Pretzel.
Yeah, when he's lied on the table.
When he's on the table and then he's like his body's twisting every which way it shouldn't.
Yeah, that's really good, that bit, I think, in my opinion.
That was creepy, I have to say. Like that, he looked like he was a bowl of jelly and he's like made of worms or something.
Yeah. What about that shot with the what was that thing? The one where he was hiding in the shower, and then the hands on top of the railings, and
in the shower. Yeah, when the fingers of that weird demon creature looked like shower rings.
Yeah, and then obviously
then it just rains down blood on him. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I laughed. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, guys, I was just like kind of freaked out a little bit that he was just Robert was literally just laughing pretty much all the way through, which kind of threw me a little bit. But I know. Look, the reason why I brought you to watch this with me is because I know you love horror films.
Love them.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, Robert would love to watch this. So yeah, there wasn't many other any other films in the cinema
on, really.
because of COVID. They can't really show probably newer films because of popularity, and they don't really want all these crowd coming in. The other film that was in there was Peter Rabbit 2. Look, who the fuck would want to watch that? I watched James Corden bouncing around like a fucking, Anyway, so Conjuring.
Yes.
We're at the positives. As I mentioned before, the director tried to make this one similar to the first and second one, like the kind of the style, like the can't really put my finger on it. Could you help me out a little bit?
Right. Of course. I would say the director tried to mimic the old director's style of shooting the movies.
Yeah.
The style was quite similar, but there were definitely key differences to the storyline and the way the movie felt in all, I would say.
Yeah. Because obviously when a different director is directing compared to the original.
you can always sense a movie's got a different director. Either the
Yeah.
movie's going faster, slower, or it just feels completely different to the movies from before.
Yeah, but like I said, this particular film wasn't terrible by any means. Can you agree with that or disagree?
It definitely wasn't in the bad category of movies I've watched, but it's a decent movie. It's a good movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I'm trying to think of any more positives that I'm going to put out. Well, I'll try and think about it now, but let's move on to negatives, Robert. What are your negatives of the film?
Negatives,
Any bad
negatives,
things?
negatives.
Anything they wish?
Okay. I wish they well, in the court, you know when they did the lawyer thing where they're trying to help the who's the
Arnie?
who's Ernie?
Arnie.
Ernie was it name?
Arnie. It's Arnie.
Arnie.
Yeah.
Well, you know I said in the cinema, like, why did they cut that scene where his lawyer was going to have dinner at their house, right?
Oh yeah, the lawyer was. Oh yeah, the woman wants.
Yeah,
Yeah, the lawyer wants.
Yeah, the priest,
said,
the
oh,
priest
we'll show
guy,
you the
I
stuff.
can't remember.
We'll show you the stuff that we've collected over the years, and we'll
We'll
prove
show
to
you,
this
we'll
is that.
introduce you to Annabelle, we'll have a drink
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But why did they cut that scene? That's the only negative I'm really dead on, because I would have
Yeah,
loved to seen them just introduce Annabelle.
Yeah, you would have loved to watch that, didn't you?
I really
Yeah,
wanted.
I
I mean,
was
it's like
really-
probably only like a minute long, but still, it's like a time gap. I'm very interested in.
Yeah, I was interested in watching that bit, but it's a bit annoying that they can't, because thing is, with regular movie size, you have to kind of stick with that, can't you? Well, you should, with the time lapse, the time to make movies. It's like some directors want to make like longer versions, like Zack Snyder's Justice League. I haven't watched that yet. Like,
Isn't
he
it like
wants to
4
improve
hours
that.
long or something?
Yeah, that's like 4 hours and like a couple minutes. So that's insane. I'm actually going to be watching those films just to get out of the way. So anyway, back to
Longer
the
than
film.
Endgame.
Yeah, I love how we're referencing other films.
This is a movie
right.
review.
Yeah, I guess. So any other negatives other than the lawyer not coming to dinner?
Negatives. Let me just think.
Maybe the fact that there wasn't enough suspense. Maybe.
Do you feel like there was enough suspense? Because I'm not really a patient guy when it comes to his horror movies. I like to get right into the gore, the running, and the tension of will she escape, will he escape, or is it going to be a stabbing time for the murderer?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I already mentioned this earlier at the start, that I actually really like, what I love about horror films is the suspense. Like, oh shit, what's going to happen next? I think that's higher than gore and blood and stuff, but obviously you kind of disagree on that, don't you? Like, because you like the blood and gore and the,
I'm a man who
screaming.
likes his slasher movies. I love everything about them.
Yeah. You watched all like the classics. You watched like all the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Nightmare on Elm
Halloween, have you
Street,
watched?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm trying to collect the Friday the 13th, because on my cam you'll see right behind me, it's Jason.
Oh yeah, the mask. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right behind me, right next to my cam. It's like literally right over my shoulder.
Yeah, just so you know, I can't see what he's seeing because where he's recording, and I'm gonna overlay it onto this video, just so you guys know. I can't see what he's got. So, right. So, is that all the negatives for you then?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So for you, there's more positives than negatives then.
Basically, yeah, but I'm a kind of a basic bitch when it comes to horror movies.
Fair enough. Negatives for me. I feel like there should be more suspense, because that's what, like I said, I really like suspense in horror films. To me, it's not really all about screaming, blood, gore, and stuff. Suspense really puts me on edge, and it sometimes makes me want to piss myself. So, no, I know you probably don't have the same feeling as I do, Robert. But yeah, it does put me on edge when a director really pulls off a film with good suspense, if you know what I mean. Apart from the suspense, I'm not sure. Can you think of anything that was negative? Anything else? Like, thing is, I can't really remember the film. Like, which is why I wish it was like, you know, better than better.
It's not as memorable as some of the others. I'm guessing
Yeah.
you're trying to hit
Yeah.
home here.
Yeah. Thanks. It, just trying to think.
Negatives.
I know probably all the people were going to comment like, "Oh, this was bad. Why didn't you mention this?" But honestly, I can't remember a whole lot of the film because it has been like 6 days, and my memory's.
I can remember the odd bits that can kind of fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the negatives, I found it quite well lacking because I just don't know what to say at this point.
Negatives that. Yeah, I do agree with you on the priest, not priest, sorry, the lawyer not coming for dinner, and Ed and
I have a
Lauren showing
negative.
the stuff. Sorry.
I've got a negative.
Yeah.
This universe is basically in this universe it's proven that there are demons, probably angels, heaven and hell, yet there are still people that don't believe in it. Yet there is solid evidence in the cases that it's happened before.
Robert, do you? I know this question might sound a bit stupid, but you might already know. But just to get it out.
Yes.
You do know these 3 films are based on a true story, right?
Yes,
and Lorraine Warren
I
were
do know
actually
that these
people.
are based on true stories. These are based on true stories.
Yeah,
but I'm not really. We'll
get
into the true stories in a minute. But the thing is,
Yeah,
I'm just wondering why do people in the movie franchise still not believe in the demons and the hell and all that? Like it's been done before.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that.
Sorry.
Shit, what was I gonna say?
Based on true stories, weren't you at?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. I was gonna say that you do know that Ed and Lorraine Warren are real people. Well, were real
of course.
people.
We've
Actually,
seen
Lorraine Warren
clips
actually
before the
passed
film
away
ends.
recently. Actually, the actual person. Lorraine Warren actually passed away recently.
Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah. But it's cool. I love how it's based on a true story. That's what's really good. Like, I wish there were more horror films that were actually based on a true story.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on a true story, just so you know.
No, I haven't watched that. Sorry. Yeah, I just wish there were even a lot more horror films that are actually based on a true story. That will make it even more scary about it, because you're like, oh shit, what if this comes back or whatever? You know what I mean?
The reason, I know what you're talking about. The reason I can stand horror movies is because I can depict fake from real. But if a horror movie is literally based on a real story, it just hypes up the scare factor for me personally.
Right. So, I think we can't really think of any other negatives. So we're going to go straight to the ranking. Do you want to go to the ranking then? So
yeah,
best to, well, I wouldn't say worst. I'd just say least favorite. That's like, you know. So
most underrated. No, that's not the right word. Underwhelming. Let's just say underwhelming, overwhelming.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. Right. You go first with the rankings. So your first. So obviously the first Conjuring, the Conjuring 2.
Oh yeah, we're doing
and
the three.
Conjuring
We're
the
doing the 3 main Conjuring movies. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's gonna be the most underwhelming. I have to say out of all the movies.
Be completely honest.
Okay. This is my personal, honest opinion. Most underwhelming, number 3. Then in the middle has to be number one, most overwhelming, number two, personally.
Okay. What are your reasons for that then? Or what? Right. What?
The reasons the number three is the most underwhelming for me. It was a good movie. I don't get me wrong, but the reason it was most underwhelming, different director, scenes taken from it, and it just felt a bit shoved in there. A bit
Yeah.
like, if do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's a bit rushed?
Reason for
Is that what
number
you're trying to say?
one. Yeah, probably a bit rushed as well. Reasons for number one. I don't really know. It's like, well, there's not really a reason why I put it for number two, but the reason I put number two for number one is the fact that they have a whole room full of crucifixes, plus the constant torture of the actual dead man,
Right.
and the actual they've added in the nun from the nun movie as well as the painting scene. You know
No,
that scene?
yeah, the nun in the Conjuring 2. That's the first appearance. The nun, the official nun film came out after that. Just so you know.
Ah, oh, I've screwed up.
Do you know the nun's name?
I'm just gonna be stupid here. I'm gonna say Jack. No,
No.
something biblical.
It's
Was it
it's
Raphael?
Valak. I think.
Fala?
Valak.
Falag? Balak?
Fag, not fag. Valak.
Valak?
Valak.
Valak? Valak?
Valak.
Valak?
Yeah.
Valak?
Yes.
Valak?
Yes.
Okay,
Bit of a
sorry.
weird name, but you know. There's
No,
actually a
biblical names
video.
are pretty
Yeah.
much always like that.
So you explained that the third one's what's your least favourite. So your second choice is the first film. Why is that?
Yes. Well, there's no real reason, like... the reason I've picked number one to be my second is basically, the hype for the second movie was just slightly higher, so I really couldn't place number one as my favourite out of the three. Like,
Okay.
I love the first one, I love the second one, I just like the second one that little bit more, that pushes it over the edge.
Okay. Honest opinions are good. So are you finished with that then? Are you?
Of course, what's your opinions then?
Now, this is. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. The third one's my least favorite. Like you said as well, it wasn't terrible. It's just, I wish James Wan directed it. I don't know why he didn't. He was either maybe doing another film, maybe directing another film, or producing another film. Or maybe he was ill, or he had other things going on in his life. But, well, actually, no, never mind. But, I mean, it did have a bit of a little feel to the first two, but mostly that it just wasn't, it just obviously didn't feel the same, I mean, I know I just said that it does have as in, I think the reason why I'm saying that it has a little bit of a feel to the first two is obviously because of the same casts. Obviously you got Ed and Lorraine, and also you got Judy, their daughter. And then also we've got some new characters, including David, Arnie, and then obviously the girl that he goes out with, I think. And then the priest. And the
Which
the
one?
priest
There are more than one in this movie.
No, the priest as in the older one that turned on them.
The one that was in the Exorcist scene. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, he was in a TV show called Fringe, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. He's supposed to be a really good actor, apparently. I haven't watched it. I've just done some research before. So I did recognise the actor for some reason, but maybe I got mixed up with a different actor. But some actors obviously look similar to each other.
Yes.
Like Patrick Wilson, he plays Ed Warren. The guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a complete interview, and someone put a Google search in who does Patrick Wilson look like, and people said he looks like Will Arnett. The guy he plays. You remember the Ninja Turtles movie?
Yeah.
movies. You know, the dude, not Casey Jones. The oh god, what's his name? Um, do you know what I'm talking about? The obviously you got April and Casey, and then there's the other dude as well. What was his name? Hello?
Dude,
Oh,
maybe not get into different movies right now.
right, yeah,
I think
sorry.
we get the point,
Right,
basically.
so yeah,
Sorry.
basically, yeah, I'm just saying that comparisons like that. So,
Actors do look alike sometimes, I guess.
yeah, so, where was I?
Exorcist scenes, actors look like each other, saying that the third movie was your least favorite.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, I was saying that I wish that James Wan obviously directed the film, but you know, it is what it is. Um,
Shit happens.
yeah. There were some good scenes, as I mentioned. Or
Hilarious
shots
scenes, in
and
my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Captures, scenes, all that good stuff. It's had its moments, but compared to the first two, not a biggie. So,
Mm.
yeah, that's my third, my least favorite. My second
Yes.
favorite is gonna be. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go with the second film.
Oh,
Just. I did really like the second film. Not gonna lie, it was set in England, which you know, respect.
God
Thank
bless
you.
the Queen.
Right. Um. So, yeah, I was really intrigued that it was actually based in England. What about you?
I was actually quite intrigued why they did it.
Yeah, but obviously it was set in the seventies, so
Yes.
obviously it was different.
Yeah, obviously.
Um,
Not all British people sound like that still.
um, so the second film, obviously the first film is my favorite out of the three, just
It's your
because it
fave.
really put me on edge. Especially remember that scene where everything got, you know, what I love about the first one was the, you know, how every day something new happens. You know, like it
Yes.
gets like well, not scarier, but it gets more
Stranger.
intense each day. Something happens. So one little thing
Yeah.
happens on the first day, and then you know, like in the first one, like they found that cellar in the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next day something happened, and then I'm trying to remember what happened. I remember all those picture frames fell down. Remember that during the night
Yes.
that
Yes.
happened. Oh god, remember that? What was that thing? The thing that was on top of the wardrobe in the girls' room. That scene was
Uh,
awful.
I can't remember at this point.
Yeah, well, if you guys know what I mean, then you know what I mean. So obviously, my rankings: third one, second, and the first. I wish I could put more info in it, but I can't really think of much. So you, what was yours?
So
So
it goes
yours,
number one, number two, number three then. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. So yours, so what were yours again then?
Two, one, three.
Okay, cool. Right. I'm not sure if we have anything else to put out there. Is there anything? Thought of any more negatives or positives or any other information?
No, not really.
So overall, all right. Actually, let's do this. Overall, as the film, what did you think?
The film has its moments, it has its drawbacks, it has a decent amount of the actual element of a Conjuring movie, and it was set up quite differently. It
Yeah,
started with an exorcism instead of ending on an exorcism.
yeah. That was good.
Uh,
I did hear that the first half, around the first half an hour, was really good.
mhm.
Um, yeah, that was. I mean,
The
that was
one thing
good
I,
to
oh
hear.
wait, there is a negative. Didn't you find somewhere that this movie was going to be the scariest of the three?
Yes,
Do you
that's good.
feel like it held up to that occupation?
No.
Okay, let down there. But there is a pattern I'm seeing with most of these movies. For
There
some
were
reason,
maybe
the demons.
there maybe was a good moment where I was like, oh god, no, no.
Yeah,
But
but
as
I'm
in-
seeing
as
a
in, like-
pattern.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm seeing a pattern with some of these demons and stuff. Why do they always go for the little kids?
You're thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you?
I'm sorry, I had to add something that just makes this video completely not appropriate.
Alright.
Made you
Pedophilia.
laugh though.
So yeah, there's not really. I'm not sure if there's anything we need to add on to this.
What did you feel the movie was like?
Yeah, actually, good. This is a good question as well. Did it live up
Yes.
for its potential? Did it live up for the potential?
It could have been way better if they had the original director. If they had a bit more building up to it, and they spent a little bit more time tweaking with the script, the storyline, I think it could have held up to the occupation of the scariest movie yet, but
Yeah.
it flopped. It kind of flopped, I have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say.
Yeah. So overall, we really liked the movie. There obviously were some subtle things that we didn't like. So yeah. Not sure if there's anything else really to say. I don't know how long we're actually in it. How long has this been?
About mine is half an hour, 6 minutes and 27 seconds.
Right. I think we're gonna end it there, guys. Robo, always good to have you in videos, mate.
I'd love to be here, mate.
I enjoyed myself. That was good. I'm glad that we did this. That was good. You glad we did this? That was.
I'm glad you asked me to be part of the video, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Cool. That's good. Right. So, as you all know, as you're used to it, comment, like, subscribe. I'll link Robo's channel in the description below. Please go check him out. And anything you'd like to say before we end?
Basically, no. Basically, no.
Right. So yeah, let's do the outro. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Also,
Ring the bell!
yeah, comment below. And yes, so we'll see you guys. Actually, what we will do, well, hopefully sometime soon, is another video together, which we've been discussing. Because obviously we thought of three. Well, what I said is, well, I thought of 3 videos that we could do. This is one of them, obviously the review, and there's also a couple others which we will not mention. It'll be a surprise. So
They
yeah,
remain untitled.
yeah. So if you guys enjoyed it, like, subscribe, comment. Means a lot to me. Like I said, I'll link Robo's channel in the description below, so you can go check him out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Peace out.